Oh, my bad. All right. This is Mr. I'm sorry, not Mr. This is Jacob Cass. Jacob Cass, 24. I'm showing this image because this is how Monday Night Raw went off the air. I'm gonna do the Raw After Mania. Raw After Mania 40 was okay. It was decent. It was a lot better than last year. I'm not gonna count what we saw tonight, but this show was a lot. The show opened up great with Triple H and introducing Cody Rhodes as the new world champion. Got a big pop, a big moment. We're gonna go through that. And WWE is teasing The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Dragon Lee wrestled on Monday Night Raw. Roxanne Perez wrestled on Raw. Jade Cargill debuted on Raw and wrestled in a 1 minute match, which I'll talk about. I didn't like about that. John Cena came back and wrestled. This show was great. CM Punk screwed over Drew McIntyre yet again. Jey Uso, the number contender for Damian Priest as new world champion, probably at Backlash. Unless Drew gets added somehow, I don't know. But clearly, Punk and Drew are gonna be feuding. It's not gonna be for the title because it shouldn't be for the title. That tell me Punk ain't winning. Or maybe he will. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen here. My video is sponsored by JD from New York, Solemn Octor, Fightful Wrestling, Wrestling Inc., Post Wrestling, Good My Work Commentaries, all the other podcasts that I do. I can want to hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. So CM Punk screwed him over. I take it that it's gonna be Damian Priest and come on. God damn it. I'm sorry. Hold on, it's still loading. I'm very sorry about this. It's still loading. I hate when it does this, man. But either way, I just want to talk about Raw After Mania was. We will go through all of it. Man, it was a pretty good show. They already announced Backlash on May 4th. They announced the King and Queen of the Ring on May 25th. And SmackDown can be in Saudi Arabia. So we have 2 pay-per-view for the months. And they did announce the WWE draft and on April 26th and April 29th. So there's a lot that's going on here. A lot is happening today. Man, we have a lot to talk about. Now, let me show you guys the Raw After Mania. The new era begins. Cody Rhodes kicked off the show. CM Punk screwed over McIntyre. So now Cody Rhodes will be on SmackDown as well as Bayley. So Cody's gonna be your babyface on SmackDown because Damian Priest is your heel on Monday Night Raw. He only came out here to enjoy his celebration and Tease versus Cody because The Rock has been going away for a while. This may be your match at SummerSlam. It will be at SummerSlam. It will be.
But I think he's going to be taking a break for a little bit after losing the
new era
monetized
begins.
championship. You guys all know what losing the monetized belt.
This is the first Raw After Mania under the Triple H era. Triple H and Stephanie. This is the Paul Levesque era. The first Raw After Mania under Triple H. Because last year it was under Vince and it was shit. It was the worst ever. It was embarrassing. That shit was pathetic. Because fuck Vince McMahon. Thank God Vince is not here. First WrestleMania without Vince. First Raw After Mania without Vince. And there was a pretty decent show. We did get debuts. They did advertise Sheamus returning. So I think Sheamus will be on Monday Night Raw. he will go after the Intercontinental title, and I think he will be the one to beat Sami Zayn. I think he will, because Sheamus has never held the IC title. They told that story last year. We haven't seen Sheamus since August when he lost to Edge. So Sheamus will be going after that title.
Adjustments and
John Cena wrestles The Rock in front of Cody Rhodes. Awesome Truth debuted the New World Tag Team Champions. At the New World Tag Team Champion. They reclaimed the title of the New World Champion. And Cody Rhodes. I love how we have new people and new stars. And that's what
Now the crowd is on fire.
And that's what it's all about. New people, new stars. Man. Now these were the matches on the show. Cody Rhodes kicks off the new era with Triple H. Well, first Triple H came out, introduced Cody Rhodes as new undisputed WWE champion, and he aired a beautiful vignette, a promo package about Cody Rhodes' his life, his history. It was awesome. It showed Dusty, it showed his daughter. There was also a picture, it showed a video of his daughter, where his daughter told him finish the story. It was very emotional and it was wonderful. It was awesome. Cody Rhodes deserved it. He got the You Deserve It chant. He also applauded Roman Reigns, 1,360-day reign that he ended last night. There was also a thank you Roman chant during this segment. At one point, The Rock comes out and he gets booed, cheered. We had Rocky Suck chant. The Rock came out. Heel Rock is so great. You gotta remember, because The Rock pinned Rock pinned Cody clean on night one and went over on Cody Rhodes. So clearly, Cody and Roman is over, and now it's gonna be Rock and Cody. And I think that maybe at SummerSlam. Now The Rock is a part-timer. He's on the TKO board, so clearly The Rock is gonna be going away for a while. He's gonna shoot a movie probably in May. He'll probably come back on SummerSlam. After that we had Ilya Dragunov, the NXT champion. He debuted against Nakamura. This is only a one-off because Dragunov is going to be on NXT. He's not going to main roster. He's staying on NXT because he'll be on the show tomorrow night. He was only here because this was a statement of Triple H. This is how you book new people and new people being called up. But Dragon Lee ain't getting called up. He's staying on NXT. He's the NXT champion. He'll continue his reign on that show. This was only for the WrestleMania as a one-off. Same thing with Roxanne Perez. She also debuted against Indy Hartwell, and they had a very good match. She actually went over. She just won the title, so she'll be staying on NXT longer. She's going to continue her reign. She's not losing. She's going to continue her reign as a heel on NXT. This is only a one-off for the WrestleMania. There was a statement in the new Paul Levesque era. This is how you book new people and new stars getting elevated. After Indy Hartwell lost to Roxanne, they did tease something with her and Candice LeRae. We may see Candice LeRae turn on Indy Hartwell. She might turn heel. We also had Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Sami Zayn celebrated, crouching and You Deserve It. Imperium came out. There was no Gunther. He didn't come out, but we had Luger Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci came out and attacked them. Chad Gable came out. They had the tag team match. They're very good. Sami and Chad went over. Backstage, Chad Gable said, I owe you one. And Sami said, okay. So Sami Zayn will face Chad Gable next week in Montreal, Canada. Sami's hometown. Katie White. Now, they can be a one-off or the feud can continue. Chad Gable could go heel. We don't know. I wouldn't mind it. Chad Gable's more deserving to be IC champion. I think it could be a feud, or maybe it might be one-off. I don't know. What did Chad Gable do after this? Like I said, there was a vignette to hype up Sheamus' return. He may return in the draft. He will be on Raw. He's not gonna be on SmackDown because there's no point of him being on SmackDown. Last time we saw him, he wrestled Edge on SmackDown and he put over Edge and Edge's 25-year anniversary. And he's not gonna be with the Brawling Brutes because the Brawling Brutes are dead. Riz Hollins on NXT. Pete Dunne is he's not Buzzy. Pete Dunne with Tyler Bate. So Sheamus may be on Raw, and we may get Sheamus winning that Intercontinental title from Sami Zayn because you need to build up heels. Sheamus has never held the IC title, so he will go after that belt. Also, we got this fatal four-way with Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, Ricochet, and Drew McIntyre. CM Punk came out again and screwed over Drew McIntyre. Jey Uso, the number contender for Drew McIntyre. And that was very surprising. It'll be Jey Uso and Damian Priest because they have to put baby faces for the show. Because Priest is your heel, so you need some baby faces.
And I don't know how tenured.
A new era again.
It's Mimi. Now, granted, she was winning the match, and I tried to shout some encouragement at her. I said, Shaza, you're doing great. It doesn't matter that she's bigger than you and more talented than you and more athletic than you and is way younger than you.
Different factors led to WWE being a completely different product than what they were in 2018. And that's incredible how things can change in wrestling. It's what makes wrestling so awesome.
There's the vignette. Cody gifted a Tussin tribute after finishing
Double
the
or Nothing
story.
2019. Cody Rhodes is smashing the Triple H throne. Tell your 2019 self, hey, 5 years later, Triple H and Cody are going to be crying, hugging each other in the main event of WrestleMania 40 with Cody being.
Calls out Natalia.
It's a wild thought. Your 2019 self would think you are crazy. And to me, if anything, about
what did The Rock give to Cody Rhodes? What that in his hands? We didn't see Cody after this. This may have been the only time we saw Cody Rhodes. We didn't see him after this. So we don't know what he gave Cody Rhodes. I'm curious. But clearly, Rock and Cody are going to continue at SummerSlam. The Rock can still wrestle. The Rock would in that tag team match. And that's the story. Rock pinned Cody Rhodes. He got the best of Cody Rhodes. He pinned him clean. So this feud is going to continue probably at SummerSlam. But The Rock, we have to wait until, SummerSlam. So Cody will be on SmackDown. He's advertised for the show. He's going to be your guy for SmackDown. Sense.
I mean, I could see him being a player coach somewhere. There's an awful lot that he could do. I feel like maybe there is one more Hardy Boys run, like a good run, and that's probably it for them for that. And then they're already kind of a nostalgia act in that sense, but I would kind of like them to be like the old Harmonies type of stuff, like really play into that. But what do you got there?
It's interesting that you say that you still think there's still a good run there. Possibly. It's really hard for me to say because I didn't really get to see much of that on AEW. I don't really feel like they gave us a
Dave for Fight to Select that nobody is indispensable, and that regardless of what someone's position is, if they are found to be in violation of anything here, especially with the Vince McMahon stuff, they won't hesitate to let them go. So for them to so outwardly and deliberately support and put over and endorse Triple H makes me think that whatever they know about the Vince stuff, Triple H's hands are at least clean. And I think that's good news for us. So WWE moving away from Vince seemed to be the message for this particular WrestleMania. And I'm glad that it happened to be WrestleMania 40. I'm glad this new era didn't come at WrestleMania 33 or something like that. Nice round number. First 40 WrestleManias are behind us. And now we're looking to the future. I like that. I like that message because I've seen the business go through different eras several times throughout my life. And we got another one. I think this is officially like a new era. We can coin this a new era. We can look back years later and decide where it exactly started. Some people might point to the origination of the Vince lawsuit, or the first time Vince, got booted out. Other people might point to the Raw after WrestleMania 40. Some people might point to WrestleMania 40 itself, or maybe when CM Punk came back, in 2023. Who knows? But it definitely feels like.
Come on now.
What I hope draft is that like Braun Breaker and Jade Cargill isn't aren't in it because like they just made a big deal about Nick Aldis signing them, right? Or signing them, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense to do that.
Well,
But
I don't know. I mean, they would have to be, right? Well, Jade just officially made her SmackDown debut last week, like officially.
yeah.
And then Braun Breaker, same thing. And then today they just said Andrade, he's officially Raw, right? That's what they said, Raw. Yeah. So I feel like those people probably shouldn't be, but I don't think that's gonna stop them, to be honest.
Kami says, looks like Raw SmackDown starts to be drafted to NXT. Are we seeing NXT becoming more of a potential third brand? Meant to be watched from now on. Oh, boy, there's a lot of wrestling to keep up with. I'd almost prefer ECW to return or WCW if a third brand is introduced. No, they'll rock with their own NXT brand, but listen, later this year, NXT is going to debut on CW and or whatever the hell it is. What is that? Is that what it is? CW. And they need some firepower for that. And I have no issue with that. Ava was on the show tonight. I thought Ava did great. She does not like it when you tweet that her name is Ava Rain for context. She definitely dunked on me over that last week because I said that Liberty Road is going to give her 3 straight crossroads in the main event of WrestleMania, which pretty much happened. I mean, that would have been just as likely to happen as some of the other things did. But Raphael says, question about the draft. Is NXT making this too? Ava's comment during the segment with Aldis and Pierce made it seem like it. So I could see a situation like when the ECW did get to draft for their brand, where they were like, oh yeah, we got a pick and it's going to be Kurt Angle. I could see somebody who is perceived as like a top name, but isn't in line for quite a top run to get drafted there. And I would imagine that talent would be like, you know what? I get to hang out in Orlando. I don't have to travel that much. So I would imagine that somebody from the pool of people who live in Florida could end up going there for a while. And we've seen a lot of wrestlers meet great success there. Baron Corbin's killing it right now.
Right. And so over on the NXT side, they're heavy on the women, and their stories with the women are really great.
So maybe we think we're incredible. Great views, great amount of great.
NXT columns. Punk and McIntyre got a feud. The era of Cody Rhodes begins as WWE champion because it's been long enough for Roman Reigns to be champion. Now we wait for his every move.
I think it's about the women because they go out there, they have so many
Because
matches, so many segments, and you genuinely like what they're doing with the women there. And again, they just need to spice it up for the guys. And I did like that Ava Rain was included in this here today. Because usually it's always just Adam and freaking Nick Aldis. And having Ava Rain there, I think added a little bit more of that respect factor, not just for her as a GM, but for the brand in its totality.
I wouldn't mind seeing the likes of like a Braun Strowman drafted to NXT or something like that because he's a name that's held some cachet. But even if he comes back, I don't know necessarily where he fit in unless they completely reinvent him. But I would love to see something like that, and maybe an established name from SmackDown or Raw in the women's division. I would love to see Cedric and Ashanti go there as well because what the hell else have they done on the main roster? They haven't booked them at all. K775 says Wrestling Observer reported the set is out at least 4 weeks. Well, Fightful Select in our Scoops thread actually reported that he was set to take a little bit of time off and that he and Becky were not on the rundowns tonight. He and Becky are on sabbatical until summer, provided they both re-sign.
Well, they've been so busy, man, right? Like,
Exactly.
they need a break.
Exactly. Seth worked through and to get over an injury, give him his time off. Becky, I was told, was mega sick during Saturday. Like, they understated on commentary. She had strep throat. And not only that, she had to do WrestleMania promo. She had to do a book tour right before that, Denise. It was probably the biggest onslaught of media she had ever done in her career.
Probably
Give
has
them-
that sick. I mean, like so many people, and obviously germs exchanging and whatnot.
Yeah. Give her
I
her
think so.
time. Give her time. Guys, get in your super chats, get in your humper chats. I didn't mention that, but hey, if you're watching here on youtube.com/Fightful, donate a super chat. If you're watching on X, on Twitch, on anything like that, go to humperchats.com. That's HUMPER chats.com. Greatly appreciated. Murray says, is it official, Sean? WrestleMania 41 Minnesota? Why no announce? It ain't official until they announce it, my friend. Anything can happen. I'll give you a good example. Denise, I think it was like Money in the Bank or something we covered in Vegas where we did the live show,
where
right?
they changed the arena, went from Allegiant to Garden. Was it the Garden? MGM Grand? MGM
Yeah,
Grand.
they switched it to something. There were people I was talking to in the WWE that they even were trying to change the entire city. It's because they were going up against that boxing fight. So it's never official until it's official.
I'm thinking that. Do you think it's possibly because the crowd was pretty much dead night one because everyone was so cold that they're like now like maybe we shouldn't go to cities.
I hope, but I mean, at least with this, it's
They have
state.
a dome, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what I was thinking too because I'm like they have a dome and like unless you have a dome in your cold city like you shouldn't probably be getting WrestleMania and I think we learned the lesson this weekend here. But yeah, so I don't know. I still think that may be something that they're considering. Who knows?
Just running in LA says, what's your money to become a podcaster? What's the best way to look?
Well, I tell Cody, you coming for that WWE title. Hold on.
On the gravestone or whatever. And, I still didn't think that was really quite enough. So this Punk showing up here and helping out Jay Russo get the win, I think that's a really cool first title defense for Priest. Jay Russo is just fine. And, now that opens up the door for McIntyre to title Clash at the Castle, as I expected to. I have been expecting him to ever since they announced the date. One mistake I did make about that is I was under the assumption that it was a stadium show. Because last time it was a stadium show, it's Clash at the Castle. I think the Castle is something very big, but apparently it's just a straight arena show. Still,
Perfect for our next segue. Right here. We got a bobblehead sponsor. The greatest event in all of sports entertainment is back. If you're looking to bring your favorite babies inside your living room, get the perfect items to snag. Foco launched their XL bobbleheads of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes this week, and Fightful has you covered. Click the link in our bio. Be sure to use the code FIGHTFUL10 at checkout. That's FIGHTFUL10 at checkout. See 10% off your order at checkout on in-stock bobbleheads on their website.
Championship. When and where will that take place? And why build to it now? We're going to talk about it right here on Off the Script because a lot of people seem to have a problem that the first hour was taken up by nothing but The Rock and Cody. NXT main roster debuts for both Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez on Raw. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre continue their war. And Jey Uso is the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. This WrestleMania weekend, WWE wasn't.
Bucks for Rocket League Fortnite Fall Guys. Use this code right here, PW Unlimited at checkout, and you will be supported. Not sure if asked before, was the point of bloodline rules felt like a standard no DQ match? That's what it was. It just was that. But I mean, it was a way to make it seem from a perception standpoint as if Cody Rhodes wouldn't be able to overcome it. Matthew England says, what Stephanie McMahon's status? Was it a one-off? Is she back in talent or executive capacity? .com had a bit of a report on that today. she would be welcomed back by.
Right, he was obviously in creative last year. He did not have full control over last year's show. So tonight was a Paul Levesque production.
We had
In
debuted.
the past, we've had a lot of really wild post-Mania episodes of Raw. I've had the great pleasure of being part of them myself. I've been in some of those crowds, and it got pretty wild. This was not like those shows. Tonight's episode of Writing,
That's how you built the new era, new people.
Because he had said she's home, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what exactly does it mean that
Come on, enough of these ads. Enough of these damn ads.
Students of any age from any race.
really special. It didn't feel like, hey, this is a different Raw. It's got a different vibe or a different feel to it. Not really after that opening segment with The Rock. But I can tell you this. There is one thing I can confidently sit here and tell you. Is that I was sitting in this chair a year ago after WrestleMania 39 when Raw went on the air that night. And I can safely say that this show tonight is a hell of a lot better than the one we got last year. That might be low praise.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
It was better than that pile of steaming shit that we had after WrestleMania in 2020. So that's a plus. We did have The Rock back on Raw tonight. The Rock has made more appearances on TV than he did probably in either of his previous runs combined. The last time he came back to the company, the last time he was working against Cena. I mean, he's been appearing pretty consistently on TV on Raw and SmackDown now for many weeks. So we got another Rock appearance after 2 straight nights of Rock appearances at WrestleMania. And that's coming off a Rock appearance on Raw last week. So he was back tonight to confront Cody Rhodes in the opening segment of the show. And he made it very clear. Our story is just beginning. Your story with Roman Reigns is over. You and me, we're just getting started. He made it very clear that he wants the WWE Championship. He wanted to hold it. It was a little awkward, to be honest with you. Him out there wanting to hold
bucks to go park my car, to go freaking crypto and watch
End of April. It's going to start on SmackDown, the last SmackDown in April, going on into the last Raw in April. For everybody that was slightly disappointed in tonight's show, it didn't feel like a Raw after Mania. I expected more. I want
first, unfortunately. But that's because it was really cool.
Matthew England is very few legit question.
which is now owned by Damian Priest. He cashed in his money in the bank at WrestleMania. He now has the big gold belt on Raw.
Yeah.
Big Gold Jr., I guess we'll call it. And Jey Uso is the #1 contender for the championship, which I guess explains why he beat Jimmy at WrestleMania on night 1. CM Punk made a cameo at the very end of the show, and he screwed over Drew McIntyre for the 2nd consecutive night. So Drew McIntyre is out there losing his mind, and Punk is having the time of his life because McIntyre is controlling him now for weeks and weeks and weeks, ever since the Royal Rumble. Over 2 months. This was Punk's revenge. Drew McIntyre will have to wait a little bit longer to get another crack at the World Heavyweight title. And also on the show tonight, we even had a little cameo, a second cameo here from John Cena. Technically had a match tonight. This after his cameo on night 8. We had a pair of NXT champions make their main roster debut. Although this was not their full-time call-up tonight, we had the NXT champion Ilya Dragunov in action. We had the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez. And the purpose of them appearing on the show tonight is because
before we get into any major storyline developments on WWE.
You won't make it 30 seconds after $50. It sucks, but it's also
It hit a lot more.
Please leave a thumbs up on this video, guys. Malik Black says, enjoyed Mania Weekend. Dijak versus Ova versus Josh match of the year. Dijak's killing it. Killing it. And Ova is, oh man, Ova is that guy.
I haven't seen Stand and Deliver yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
Will says Sarah feels more fan friendly. We know Vince would have threw the Rock Roman match. Also, we're going to see this Wednesday how it all changed and was altered. I mean, Triple H confirmed in the trailer it wasn't audible for anybody that said that it was happening all around. Trevor L says, thank you both for all around great coverage. Do you miss not knowing things and getting work like normal fans? I get work plenty. There are plenty of surprises and things that I don't expect to happen. I enjoy wrestling in a different way. Like I get validation out of accurately reporting things and all that. Denise, is you covering it effective for you as a fan?
Sometimes, yes.
After that. But the big part of that match tonight was CM Punk showing up. And once again costing Drew McIntyre his shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, which is a story that they are going to continue to tell until CM Punk is back on top. Whether that match happens at Backlash, I don't think Punk will be ready for Backlash in France. Whether that match takes place at the Clash at the Castle show in Scotland or in Saudi Arabia at King of the Ring, I don't know. I don't know. But WWE is certainly setting up their television for a major program and a match with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn did the unthinkable at WrestleMania. He beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Chad Gable told him, you owe me one. After everything he did for him, you owe me one. And that favor is coming back to him.
Because they're airing this footage, they're featuring it. I see celebrities roll in, promoting something else. They do something that is completely inconsequential to the show. They're never to be seen again. And a lot of times, they're really damn bad about it. Either way, it's going to be hilarious, so I'm here for that.
I would say one is a call-up waiting to happen. The other, I don't think so.
Some petty CM Punk bullshit again, because it gives me fucking anxiety. I've been covering this shit for over 10 years now.
Bad about that. I don't understand. I don't fucking understand. Wrestling encompasses everything. So, weird thing to.
In full force with the support, especially last night. So I just wanted to take a moment here to say thank you. It's a very exhausting weekend, but I'm kind of glad it's over, and now we can turn the page and we can move on as we continue into the month of April. Let's take it back to the beginning here. Hour number one, commercial show kicks off with Triple H here in Motorhead. Paul Levesque makes his way down to the ring. Michael Cole on commentary pointed out that tonight there were 20,248 fans in attendance.
It feels really good to know definitively you have a 0.0% chance of Vince McMahon influencing these shows. And it feels good to know that because, you know, when he previously left, even though we kind of knew that he wasn't going to be around, he was still a little bit nervous. You know, Ronda Rousey said, you know, he's running the show through Bruce. That ain't happening now. I'm sorry. It's just not. Vince McMahon has got way bigger fish to fry than worrying about what wrestler is in what segment, saying what catchphrase. He's got bigger problems.
As in his back pocket, which was clearly this, or he's, you know, thinking of brainstorming of something to do, right? Okay, so now we find out this is what it is. And Sean, someone keeps punching down at you. Eventually.
And then they'll call her up.
Went on an interview and said, man, I was disgusted when I read that. Fuck this. I don't know how that talent's career could possibly be harmed by having a fucking moral compass. It's ridiculous. So I really don't think that that's even an issue, really. But the fans showing love to Triple H, that's all a part of this. It's just this removal of Vince, this tumor, and it's just really, really felt good. So Triple H is like, that's funny. I was coming out here to thank all of you for a great weekend, great WrestleMania weekend. You guys turned out. You were vocal. You were enthusiastic.
Punk looked tough. It doesn't help the storyline going forward. Well, I don't know, and I reserve the right to change my mind after Wednesday. If it airs Wednesday, and it's stupid, well then, hey, okay. But what
I hope it's not.
I got people talking about taking away from In the Ring. Denise, we are about to talk about a 45-minute talking segment.
Yeah.
40, that's not all wrestling is. Wrestling is a variety show now. Does it directly contradict a lot of the stuff that Adam Copeland said last week? Hell yeah, it does. But I don't see this overwhelming negative and this faux outrage. And I'll tell you another thing that annoys me. You're going to see a bunch of fucking weenies on the internet and old heads be like, they're not growing their audience. They need to worry about growing their audience. Y'all don't give a fuck about them growing their audience. You care about them promoting the wrestling show the way that you want it, the way that that is. And guess what? There's a million wrestling promotions out there. You can find one that does things the way that you want to do it. WWE's real good right now. Watch it. You got to ground the audience. You don't give a damn about them growing the audience. You don't care. What, they're supposed to book some mythical casual fan that doesn't exist and will probably be satisfied by the WWE product anyway? No, you should probably book for the fans that you have. And hey, you know what? This is something that is going to get a lot of people to tune in that wouldn't otherwise tune in. Plenty of them will only watch this segment. Some of them are going to hang around, and hopefully what AEW does is show them they can put on a good show. Hopefully.
So my theory on this with this video is, look, they're only showing it for. They're not going to show it if it makes CM Punk look great. That doesn't make sense. So they're showing it for a specific.
Is what I was hoping we would see. We didn't get any of that. That doesn't mean it can't still happen. That doesn't mean Cody can't unveil a championship belt next week. Even tonight was just about the celebration and doing the Rock thing and all of that. But at least for now, it's just the standard WWE Universal title. I was also hoping, we were kind of hoping this collectively last night during the review, that maybe they would drop the Universal. What's the point of even having it called the Universal title at this point, right? Like, why does it need to be the Universal title? You should just call it the WWE title. Why does it need to be called the Undisputed title? How is it undisputed? Why is it an undisputed title if you have another title? So I just think they should just change it back to the WWE Championship. That's all that belt Cody's currently carrying needs to be called.
Exactly.
You have another world championship there. How can you call yourself the undisputed champion? I think you just need to be the WWE champion. That's it. Simplify it and somehow reconnect that belt's legacy back to the original. Just make it all one. Done with the Universal title. That title is now defunct. The name is gone. It's obsolete. It does not exist. But they're still calling it that, which fucking sucks. I would even like it if they would stop saying WWE Universe. Apparently, pro wrestling is not a dirty word. All these little.
After the show last night, he said the call came from a couple of guys in the studio who said,
So, I think that having, if Cody were to still bring back, that title design, he could still have like a smoking skull, John Cena.
Be here to say they have no sense of loyalty to you besides hopefully creating a wrestling show that you like. Please do not make your entire personality that. That's weird. Here's a great exercise. Read some of your tweets aloud to a loved one. If they look at you like you're a moron, you should
Speech. Cody being acknowledged by Triple H. More crying. Fans behind Cody. He is the People's Champion. And then The Rock comes out and challenges Cody basically without saying he's going to challenge, and basically saying he wants the title, which is going to set up a major match at SummerSlam. I don't know why anybody would have a problem with what we got tonight, is based on that 1 hour of Monday Night Raw. Did we get a little awkward? Yeah. That's because The Rock asked to hold the WWE Championship, and Cody, like a fucking dumbass, handed them the championship.
I know. Why are you doing that?
The WWE wanted to set you up for the next major match coming out of their biggest show. And they accomplished it. But you're not going to see much of anything. You're not going to see some huge storyline. You're not going to be engulfed in fucking story. When in the next 3 weeks, WWE's prepping themselves for a draft. After that, then we can bitch and moan. Where's the story? Why is the WWE building feuds? Sure, after the draft and everybody gets settled and lands on their show, everything will fall naturally into place. As far as a Raw after Mania, did it have Raw after Mania vibes? Sure. Especially after last year. Remember what we got out of the gate? This is what I don't understand about people. A lot of people this year are complaining, oh, well, the show went 1 hour, and we got 5 minutes of wrestling in the first hour.
Corey, his dad, his mom, that's gonna be really hard for him to get through.
If he comes out looking better in this than was perceived, I think it could benefit him a lot. I think he should be with the Young Bucks, to be honest with you. I think they should capitalize on that heat in his reality.
I don't know, man. I'm excited and I'm scared because I don't know what we're going to be seeing on there, and it's going to change people's opinions about people that you like or don't like. Or, I mean, I don't know what's worse. What's worse? Someone you don't like looking great in the video, or someone you like looking horribly in the video?
Yet you want to complain about this year. It's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Crybabies. You call the Cody fan base crybabies? You guys are crybabies. Give me 1 hour of Rock and Cody fucking 7 days out of the week. You want to go back to that bullshit? By all means, go back and watch it. Ridiculous. People are absolutely fucking mental. Before you start complaining, think. We're going to get into the rest of this show tonight. We got 4,000 in here tonight. I appreciate you guys very much.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, last year we did almost 9,000 fucking people. But that was under a different set of circumstances.
Yeah.
That was the worst fucking piece of shit show I have ever had to bear witness to.
Yeah, this is awful. Yeah.
This year is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have some great discussion tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to go over this. We're going to talk about what's coming up. We're going to talk about my thoughts on Ilya Dragunov, Roxanne Perez, the little Easter egg in there with Cody and The Rock. What did The Rock hand Cody Rhodes? I don't know, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's something to do with Dustin. I don't really know for sure, and I hope that they build upon that. But we're going to go over all of that tonight, right here on Off the Script, and I want to thank you guys.
Like that. So, Christian says, looking back, how do you think, or do you think it was the right choice for Cody losing last year at Mania? I'll say this: I'm in the bygones are bygones line of thinking of it, because now we have a truly Vince McMahon-less WWE to where we can enjoy this. WWE emerged hotter from it, but I think he probably should have won it last year. But you know what? This year was very special, so I'm not upset by it.
It was
Any thoughts?
special. was very special last night. I feel like I don't even know anymore. I don't want to talk about WrestleMania 39 anymore. I'm done talking about that. I'm so over with it.
Do you think Cody goes to SmackDown for the eventual move to USA Network or does he stay on Raw? I think he goes to SmackDown. I think he'll be on SmackDown and be on the USA Network. And what I think is, I bet WWE Raw gets extended for USA through the end of the year, and then he's on both shows briefly. I think that'll happen. Well, The Rock's out. The segment went quite long, but The Rock and Cody had this awkward situation where they handed each other their belts, and The Rock's like, "God, it feels great." He said that his story with Roman Reigns is over. The moment is just beginning. He's got to go away for a while, but he's coming back. The Rock also dropped the line and said a lot of things that sucks isn't one of them. That was the line he cut in his first heel promo in 1997 when he went from Rocky Maivia to The Rock. So a nice callback there. However, at the end of this promo, he's like, "I'm going to give you something." And he drops something in Cody's hand. Says, "You don't have to open your hand to know what this is, but don't break my heart again." This was a lot of time, Denise, but I was hanging on every second. I liked it a lot.
I did too. I know it was a long time, but I did too. But what did he mean by "don't break my heart again"?
Maybe it was his hotel room key, Denise.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't. Great. Now my brain just went somewhere totally different. Now I'm just picturing things I shouldn't be picturing. Thanks, Sean. Dude, I was going somewhere with this. Now I completely lost it. All right. So that was my whole thing. What do you mean by breaking his heart? I like that they left this as a cliffhanger, right? Because now everybody's going, well, what did he give him? What did he give him? Whenever The Rock comes back, whenever that time period is, I don't want at any point right now to find out what that thing is. I'm okay with waiting. I'm so okay with waiting until The Rock comes back for us to find out what it is that he actually gave him. Because then I'll be like, ooh, now we get to know, right? Like officially. So that kind of left me very excited. I did think it was awkward, and I was so glad that the crowd started chanting, "This is awkward," when they both exchanged belts. So I'm like, ew. Like, first of all, if I'm Cody, I don't want to let no one touch my belt. Like, let's be real. That's just weird. And so the way that I saw it was, okay, Sean, you just get married, and someone comes up to you and is like, "Hey, man, congratulations, love your wedding." You guys,
Looking at this, I'm going, what? It's getting a little weird. And the crowd chanted no, right? Because they don't trust us. Yeah, that would be a very different dog. Yes, that would be a very different dog. It was Muhammad Hassan. So Rock said, "Look, I've held a lot of titles in my career, but that one, I've never held that one before. Is it okay if I hold it?" Cody said, "Well, you want to hold this one?" He goes, "I'll tell you what. He goes, I'll let you hold this one if you let me hold yours." And I'm like, all right, now it's getting weird. Like, what is going on? What exactly is going on here? And Rock said, "Sure, of course, I'd be honored for you to hold the People's Championship." So The Rock handed his belt to Cody, and Cody handed his belt to The Rock. Another fucking belt swap. Because the first one went so well, we had to do another one here. So they swapped belts. Rock took the WWE mustard belt, put that over his shoulder. Cody had the Brahma Bull belt. And the fans started a "this is awkward" chant.
It's the same ingredients. Cider and Cialis.
He said, "It just kind of feels right." Thank you, Cody. And he handed the belt back to Cody. Rock said he's got to go away for a little while. Fans booed. Rock says he knows. He knows. He goes, "I don't want to leave either, but I love professional wrestling." Then the fans started singing the "Na Na Na, Hey Hey, Goodbye" song at him. Rock said, "Just remember, when The Rock comes back, whether Cody is the champion or not, He said The Rock is coming back. Rock is coming back for him. Cody said he's looking forward to it. Rock said one more thing. He said yesterday, the biggest WrestleMania of all time, you beat Roman Reigns right in the middle of that ring, 1, 2, 3. However, less than 24 hours before that, he said, The Rock beat you in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. So Cody Rhodes, your story with Roman Reigns is over. But ours, took his glasses off. It's our story. Has it just begun? Cody said he believes that because Rock is the boss, right? You're the boss, right? Final boss. You're the board.
Look what Elvin Cody rolled
You're
on.
literally my boss, right? Actual boss. Which is not exactly the way it works. Let's just go. Cody said, well, I'm the champion. He's our champion. He's my champion. He's your champion. All the Roman fans who didn't want to see Cody win, guess what? He's your champion too. And he goes, boss, that also means that I'm your champion. The Rock agreed and said, there's one last thing before I ride off into the sunset. I've got something to give to you. And he said, no fireworks. He reached into his pocket. Now, I thought what he was going to do, he was going to pull his hand out of his pocket, he was going to go like that and give him a middle finger. That's where I thought this was leading to. He puts his hand in his pocket, and he puts whatever I thought was in his hand in Cody's hand, right? But their hands are clasped, so we can't see if there's anything in his hand. Rock says, you don't even need to look in your hand to know what this is. He says, don't you ever break my heart again. Smell what the final boss is. He played Rock's music and he left the ring. We were 45 minutes into the show. 45 minutes. With no commercials. 45 minutes into the show almost. But when it was over, I felt like nothing really happened. Now, as far as what was in the Rock's hand, I don't think there was actually anything in the Rock's hand. Because I was looking to see, and I thought, okay, Cody's going to open his palm, and we're going to see what's in his hand. There was nothing there. Like when the camera eventually panned down, Cody had nothing in his hand. His hand was at his side. I think what it was simply the message that Rock was delivering to Cody. Again, he said, don't you dare break my heart again. Again, unless I missed something, I don't think that the point of this was that there was physically something in Rock's hand. There was, they never bothered to show us what it is, so I don't really give a shit. If it was important, they would have showed us. They would have revisited it. So what they did here in this segment is they confirmed what we already suspected, and what I was talking about this weekend, which is that they're going to get one big match out of Rock before he eventually wrestles Roman Reigns. And we're going to get Rock against Cody, and of course, if it happens, it's going to be for the title. Cody is still going to be champion. I don't see Cody dropping the belt at least until SummerSlam, and it may not even be until later. I don't need to see Cody have a Roman Reigns run with the belt. Back-to-back reigns like that would be fucking boring. But by SummerSlam, I can't imagine Cody is still not the champion. You know, he's the one now. They say he's the face of this era. What this felt like when he came out at the beginning of the show is like other Raws after WrestleMania that we've seen in the past. You all remember when Steve Austin came out after WrestleMania 14, he had the Wayne Beat.
And remember Daniel Bryan when he came out, when Quick Benoit came out, when Seth Rollins came out, Kofi came out.
Eagle gets into the ring, he takes his new belt, and here's
What?
God damn it.
Hit the donkey. Failure for that character to get over. The Shield was great. Roman Reigns in the Shield was fantastic. He played his role. They worked together, one of the greatest stables in the history of WWE. But when Roman broke away from the Shield, when Rollins was doing his thing, and Dean, Ambrose, John Moxley was doing his thing, Roman was the least, I don't want to say successful, I would say the least intrigued, least interested out of all three. Nobody gave a shit about anything he did. Nobody gave a shit about anything he said. And then the pandemic hits. Roman says, I'm not coming to work. It's not working. I'm not compromising myself to go wrestle in an empty gymnasium and take this home to my family. To sit it out. That's exactly what he did. He came back, played the game by his own rules, by a different set of rules. As soon as we saw Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman together, the Tribal Chief was born. From the beginning stages of Roman Reigns and that character to where we see him now, it will go down as one of the greatest stretches for anybody in the history of WWE, whether you like it or not. The storytelling in the beginning stages of Roman's character, after he won the championship, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, getting the bloodline together, the way the bloodline formed, Roman being that mafia boss style character, using and abusing his family to teach them a lesson to all fall in line. The story to that was so rich and basically kept WWE television alive in an era during a time where there were no fans. Zero fans. All of this happened in front of TV screens inside the Thunderdome. If it translated that well,
the longer in the year it gets. If Cody and Rock battle at SummerSlam, then I think Cody's just gonna fucking beat him. If they battle at the Royal Rumble, I think Rock's gonna win the championship and drop the championship to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But Rock pinning Cody, Rock humiliating Cody, threatening his mom, dragging his family's name through the mud. When these guys face, I hope Rock does for Cody what Brock did for Cody, what Roman did for Cody, what Seth did for Cody, what everybody's done for fucking Cody. Lose to him.
Exactly.
You know, but you have to wonder too, if Rock loses here, how would that affect his match with Roman Reigns? You know, what I would do is I would have Roman Reigns play a role in Rock losing to Cody. That way, Rock has an excuse and he can focus then his energy on Roman Reigns, and then they can battle for, you know, family, bragging rights, tribal chief, final boss, supremacy, whatever the fuck. So they can do that. So having maybe Roman be a part of the finish, hopefully Cody beat the Rock, would be super interesting and very fun, and it would keep the title on Cody. So I think it would be awesome if they did that like at SummerSlam, but it just depends on what their long-term plans are. I feel a lot more comfortable these days with Triple H being there as opposed to Vince, because I think long-term plans, you know, can be made. You know, they might have an idea of how to get through the whole rest of the year with Rock and stuff. So,
Nobody's damn commercials.
Since 1882, Galvani cheesemakers have been the mozzarella experts.
No more commercials.
No, do you know how depressing that is?
Tronan says he put a Black Adam ticket in it. Wrote his piece of Roman's lay, implying he took him out off screen and said that he had to. It's sad that he had to do it.
Well, he implied that Cody already knew what it was.
Yes. Man, I love this. I love not knowing. I love just speculating, guys. But Shinsuke Nakamura faced Dragunov, as reported by FightfulSelect.com. That's $5 for the business. Ilya Dragunov says he will be a part of the draft. Jordan says Shinsuke back in NXT would be dope. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. He could serve plenty. Ilya on Raw. Good. It's a great commercial for NXT. And if they're going to be involved in the draft, then I say, hell yeah, feature them. Why not?
I love this because this was a perfect example of the difference between Vince and Triple H. Because to me, if this was, be honest, Sean, Vince McMahon, if this would have been this last year, Ilya versus Shinsuke, who would have won that match?
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke.
Exactly. And I did not want to see that. I did not want to see the NXT champion lose in this particular matchup. And so I was so happy that they recognized that and that Ilya got this victory. And over Shinsuke, like he's not a nobody. It means something. I was so freaking thrilled at this. I thought Ilya looked great. I thought the way that he won was phenomenal. And if you don't watch NXT, I feel like you got a little bit enough to say, that's their champion? All right, cool, good to know. I really enjoyed that they had this match, and I was very happy he got the victory.
Judgment Day cut a promo, not so magical Mike says, I wish the women's and men's belt had different design. Rhea and Damian looked like mixed tag champs and world champs holding the belts up, in my opinion. I disagree. I think it puts them on an even plane. The top champions fight for a prize that looks similar. And I also just love how much Judgment Day is there for each other. The pride on Finn Balor and Damian Priest's face when I asked them about Dominic Mysterio this past Friday was really heartwarming to see. And I mean, I know that they are all very close. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley were close friends well before Judgment Day was a thing. You'd always see them like taking pictures together and all that stuff. And that was furthered here. Damian Priest has some new music, and if it's Def Rebel, it's one of their best. I thought the theme slapped. Did you hear it, Denise?
I heard it. I guess I just didn't really realize it, but yeah, no, I did hear it. I gotta hear it again though, to be honest.
It was good stuff, and they hold up the title belt, and then R-Truth sneaks into the back and holds up his, and I just love it. He said, I brought the tag titles back to the Judgment Day. And Miz comes out, he goes, listen, I know you all are picky, but I only won half of the tag champions, so about letting Miz in. Damian said that he made it himself.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Hell, well, I mean, let me tell
There
you,
you go.
if he did, it rules. But
That's probably why, because we've been talking about how not so great things have been. So there you go. That's why it was good. Somebody else did it.
somebody said Def Rebel makes a good scene. It's got to be it. Yeah, I'll see what I can find out. But yeah, I don't. Man, I didn't see where he said that. But you know what? If he did, well, what a talent! What a talent! Select.com. Best $5 in the business. Yes.
Yeah.
Last year and all that stuff. I think he's realistic about it. He wants to do his final run, and then he'll probably wrap it up. And I respect that because there are an awful lot of people that continue to their 50s and all that. But
Nah, man, I get sad whenever I see people wrap it up because I'm like, shit, they're like the people I watched as a kid. If they're getting old, what does that mean for me?
well, also the fans are chanting, "You deserve it." I like that they will boo him. They will also show him respect that he does deserve it. Awesome Truth and Cena win this. The boyhood dream comes true. R-Truth teams his childhood friend. I love that. Or his childhood idol.
Childhood hero, right? That's right.
Childhood. Fun stuff. This is what I've always talked about, Denise. If you've got him in town, put him in a damn match.
I was surprised by that too. I mean, obviously we all knew the second guy you can't see. We all knew was John Cena, but I was kind of surprised that he stuck around and that he was here for Raw after Mania. I would have expected him to be back in Hollywood by now.
Yes,
We should have been on the same flight. Just kidding. I ain't flying on the same flight as John Cena. We ain't in the same tax bracket, bro.
RJ says it was the keys to the TKO office that Wayne put there. Jonathan Corona says, when do you think WWE got hot? Like which year? Last year. I think last year especially. As Cody came back for the Rumble, things heated up an awful lot. Could we see more small sets? I think when the ticket sales dictate it, we're going to see this. Tony says that he gave Cody the key to Shane McMahon's lockbox. I'm trying to find a writer who was on the staff then will tell me what the hell that is supposed to be about. How long do you think Roman will be out for? I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him until SummerSlam or something like that. Joel Wood says Cena watched his partner get their asses beat, came in for 90 seconds, hit all of his spots, got the free count. I want to be like him when I grow up. Bless him. Smarter, not harder. That's what he did.
Greatest hits, bro. Sometimes you just want to go to a show and see the greatest hits.
Ken Gray says, I'll be so sad when Cena retires. I started to watch him, or watch again in 05. I gravitated to him. That was a hell of a time to gravitate to him. That was,
I used
you know,
to hate John Cena, so I used to
Really?
be those anti-John Cena people.
me too. Me too. And I mean, rightfully so. It sucked. It wasn't good. But now that we don't see him nearly as much, all right.
Yeah, John Cena was the guy for so
Liv
long.
attacked
He was-
Rhea backstage, so we are immediately getting that, and it's what Fightful Selected reported over the last few months that this was going to kick off after WrestleMania. And what I love about this is it was completely one-sided. Liv just heaved the chair and started to whip that ass. RJ says, Liv fan here, but I don't know if she's the one to beat Rhea. Well, me too, but I don't think so either necessarily, but it's a program that makes sense and is natural to have.
Yeah, I don't think she's beating Rhea, but like you said, a natural program for them to have. But I don't think that means she's beating her.
Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Is Rhea okay after almost getting beheaded by Liv? As best I know, yeah. Are we being trolled by WWE and AEW being a work on us? No, no. It's something Vince Russo said years ago, though. He said that Vince was secretly in cahoots with AEW. Boy, what a dumbass he is. Indy Hartwell wrestles. FightfulSelect.com reported that it would be Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez was a pretty quick win. I love that on commentary they played up the history and how Roxanne had to vacate the title. Candice LeRae is there. Of course, she's very disappointed. But this was fun, harmless, the way to promote the NXT brand. Corey Brennan reported last week that Roxanne Perez would be making appearances on the main roster.
That is the kind of anger and pettiness I want to see. The fact that this happened, God, last year when Indy was champion at last year's Stand and Deliver, and she 1 year later did not forget and still threw it in her face that she did not deserve to be the champion. That was bloody great. I thought she looked phenomenal. She looks great. She looked like she belonged, and her confidence wasn't shaken. Think about it. She's already done Royal Rumble appearances twice now, right? Twice on the main roster whenever that moment comes, and she is NXT Women's Champion for a reason. So I like this. This was very good.
Natalia confronted Roxanne backstage, and then therefore every tweet was a very thirsty tweet about Natalia that I saw. She acknowledged it on Twitter. Y'all are ridiculous.
Wait, I missed that. What do you mean? Why was everybody posting thirsty tweets?
I don't like it. He told me he was going to be there. But Sheamus, so his deal was originally supposed to be out earlier this year. I don't know if there's been an extension, but he missed half of August, and September, October, November, December. If it was up early in the year, well, then guess what? He would have missed January as well. He probably still had 5.5 months of injury time on there at least. So he still got quite a bit there. Sami Zayn promo backstage, or Sami Zayn promo, and then Imperium interrupt him as he's thanking everybody. You deserve it, chance, all that. Then we get Imperium. Gable and Zayn. And this one got an awful lot of time as well. What do you think about this? We later on find out that Sammy and Gable will go one-on-one next week in Sammy's hometown, which is, I hope that gets 20, 25 minutes. That's what I want there.
I agree with you. I want that too. I'm excited because I don't think Sammy's going to be losing in his hometown. I hope not. That was kind of stuck. Although it would be really, what a heel move for Gable to win in this man's hometown, right? But I don't know. I'm looking forward to that match. I love this. I almost don't want, I don't want this friendship to end with Sammy and Chad Gable. If all of a sudden we see Chad Gable turn on Sami Zayn and things get really
That's
ugly,
what I want.
right?
In
it
his
would be
hometown,
really
I want
good. That's
I
what
want
I'm saying.
Zayn to barely pull it off, and then that big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, even though they're so likable, I want to see that almost because of it, So, anyways, that is something that I think has a lot of leg in it, and we could spend some time, a good amount of time there telling the story between those two.
Nick Aldis speaks with Ava, or he speaks with Ava next.
Interesting part of it because I didn't know exactly how they were going to do it, but I had a feeling that it was going to be the same formula that AEW used throughout her entire TBS.
But he has not won a singles match in WWE since 2018. A long drought for a guy that people used to refer to as Super Cena. guy can't win a match to save his life. Cena was on the Pat McAfee show earlier today. He said he really wants to come back. He's got his fingers crossed. He's hoping.
Enough with these damn commercials.
And then he concluded that promo by saying, "This is my yard now." That's all he said, and he left to a chorus of boos. So they basically gave The Rock the Roman treatment from WrestleMania 33, which is always one of my favorite moments of WWE on Raw ever. Cody held up his belt to cheers. Rock held up his belt to boos. Says he came out there with no fireworks, no blood spilled, just flowers. He told Cody he did it. Fans can chant all they want, but this is between the two of them. Says he made Cody bleed, and he still completed his story. He talked about how Mama Rhodes must have had a big smile on her face, just like Cody's daddy in heaven. Big Dusty chant broke out. Said Dusty was his hero. He said Rocky Soul Man Johnson. And Dusty ran around town together. Says his dad might not approve of all the things he did to Cody, but I don't care. He said Cody did it, and he finished his story, and now he has the belt. He says it's beautiful with the new American Nightmare nameplate on it. He says some would like to say his belt, his People's Championship, is fake, but Muhammad Ali's widow gave him that championship. He says when he joined the Nation of Domination, Muhammad Ali gave him the moniker of People's Champion. He said that belt means a lot to him. He asked Cody, "But let The Rock ask you something, Cody. Is there any way The Rock can hold that title?" As he's pointing to the WWE Championship. Fans booed. Cody was shaking his head. Rock says he grew up in pro wrestling just like Cody did. He says he loves professional wrestling. He loves pro wrestling titles, and he's held many of them. But then he says, "I've never held that." Cody looked at the fans, who started saying no. No. Cody, well, if you want to hold my belt, I want to hold your
I
belt.
give Cody Rhodes probably an 8-month time. Now it's not gonna be Woman Reigns, so I'm making it that. It's not gonna have a long run with Woman Reigns. That's gonna be like a
Rock
baby
told
face
Cody,
having that long one
"I'd be
going
honored
and
for you to hold
that will
the
go through
People's
very quick.
Champion."
So I give Cody
They
Rhodes
traded belts.
until like September,
Cautiously, slowly.
maybe two.
The Rock admired it
I give Cody Rhodes
and put the
before he
WWE
does.
title over his shoulder. Fans started chanting, "This is awkward." Cody said the belt just kind of feels, or Rock rather, said the belt just kind of feels right. He says the WWE Championship feels right on his shoulder. He thanked Cody. They exchanged belts. Rock gave the WWE title back to Cody. Cody gave The Rock the People's Championship back, and The Rock said it meant a lot to him. Thank you. First of all, struggle, threats, Sunday, everything that led up to what happened on Sunday. You won that championship. It's the one thing that made you and your life complete. You did it for Dusty. You did it for Mama Rhodes. You did it for the American Nightmare. You finished your story. You completed your story. The way that I look at it, why would anybody willingly give up and let go of that title to someone else to hold and admire, especially the guy that tried to take it all away? That part I did not understand.
Me neither.
That part to me, after Sunday, I thought we were over. I thought we were well beyond this.
Is Cody Rhodes an idiot?
And here we are, the first Raw after WrestleMania, And Cody is already doing things as champion he shouldn't.
He looked like an idiot.
Why would Cody do something like that? I don't get it.
Me neither.
All that does to me is reaffirm to me that Cody is still someone that has bitch-like tendencies.
Exactly.
And we need to move away from it. I don't know why he would do something like that. Especially the night after. The Rock said The Rock has to go away for a little bit. Fans booed and cheered, and then they gave him a nah, goodbye chant in the crowd. The Rock says he loves professional wrestling. He made it cool again. Cody made it cool again. He wishes he could stay. He says when he does come back, whether he champion or not, he's coming for Cody. Cody says he's looking forward to it. Rock says he is too. Rock says he beat Roman in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. Cody did. However, less than 24 hours before Cody beat Roman, The Rock beat Cody in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. He says his story with Roman Reigns is over, but his story with The Rock is just beginning. He took off his sunglasses and looked Cody directly in the face. Cody looked a little confused at this point. He said he believes that because he's the final boss,
And don't you worry
and
about
also
Roman
on the
Reigns.
board of
The
TKO,
Rock and
so
my family will deal with
I
Roman
am
Reigns.
literally your boss.
Because last
Rock
night,
says yes, that's
Roman
true.
Reigns is a
Cody
fucking
says
thing.
he won't dispute that he is their
Roman
champion
Reigns is
for
not
the
just
fans
a
and
loser.
boss. That means I am your
Roman Reigns
champion. Another Cody chant
him
broke out.
going after Seth
Rock and Cody
Rollins.
stared at each other. Rock says,
You saw
you are their champion. You
also-
are the world
you
champion. You
the
are
end of that
my
match.
champion.
Roman Reigns.
Rock
the
says there's one
opportunity to hit
final
you
thing,
with
though,
that
I
straight
need
with
to
that
do
Rollins.
before he rides off into the sunset. He said, no fireworks. He just reached into his pocket and asked Cody for his hand. He passed something to Cody and put it in his hand. He held his hand and shook his hand. He says he doesn't even have to open his hand to know what it is. Don't you ever break my heart again if you smell what the final boss is cooking. He stared at Cody. Rock left the ring. We don't know what Dwayne handed to Cody Rhodes. Now, I don't know what you guys thought Rock handed Cody Rhodes. I'm going to make a prediction here. I'm going to make a little logical guess here. I'm going to say that The Rock handed Cody Rhodes a watch. Whether the watch is symbolic to Dusty or whether The Rock handed Cody the Rolex watch that Cody supposedly bought for Rock.
Oh, come on. Hate when this happens, man. I am very sorry, technical difficulties. I hate when it happens. They always do that. Well, we gotta wait until I get back to it. It's really annoying. Alright, so, don't know why it takes so damn long. You know, I will do NXT and AEW. And I will do SmackDown. We know that Bailey will be there, Cody will be there. We'll see Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on that show. So hopefully SmackDown we find out who will face Cody Rhodes for the title. Alright, hold on. Alright, let me get back to this.
Where we're going in fight. Well, that's where we suggest you go. Well, if you want to.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make sure you stay on top of what's up with your book. With personalized service offers and transparent prices on buy Jiffy.
Good answer. The draft is coming up at the end of the month. They did announce that the draft is coming up at the end of the month. And tonight we saw both Raw and SmackDown GMs and NXT GM in the ring. So
Look, I know seeing our truth.
Sami Zayn said yes, anytime you want to.
Guys, in support of our sponsors, definitely. We got some more super chats. The winner Becky and Seth's contracts out. Type of select.
Like an asshole. It'll come.
Just the look in his eyes. He did not look right at the end of that show last night. Nor did he stick around. He limped his way to the back. Kevin Owens helped him to the back. Sammy, again, was in a he says that, look, John Cena is not our problem. He says,
Let me go back over it.
WWE world, where they were filming the Pat McAfee show, started chanting 17 after. They were chanting 17, 17. Teed off on Dominic. He held Dominic and McDonough for a double DDT. He said that Mommy is always on top. And this is a new era for the Judgment. Out comes the new World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, who has new music, which bodes well for him, because if they're giving him the new music treatment, that means he's going to probably hold on for a while. So, good for him. Here comes Damian Priest. And, you know, I was very happy for Bayley coming out of WrestleMania Night 2. Really happy that she got her moment. She won that title. I'm also very happy for Damian Priest. The guy has put the work in. The guy has been one of the more featured stars on Raw. Because the Judgment Day has been all over the show for a year. And, you know, he goes out there and he kills it. He does a great job on promos, matches. Clearly, they've been very high on him for a while. He got his moment at WrestleMania on Sunday. He's got the music now. There were some people even in our chat who were very happy because, you know, he's of Puerto Rican descent. And so now we have, for the first time in 50 years, for the first time since Pedro Morales, a Puerto Rican WWE champion. And to a lot of people, that's a big deal. So I'm very happy for him that he's getting a shot here. He did not cash in unsuccessfully after all these months of running around with that briefcase, which would have been a killer for him. Just ask Baron Corbin what happened. So once Priest was in the ring, the fans started a "You Deserve It" chant. He said, "You're damn right I do." Now the Terror Twins stand before you, that's he and Rhea, as world champions. Priest said they rise to the occasion, and now the world needs to follow suit, and all rise to the judgment. So Priest and Ripley, they held up their... But all of a sudden, right in the middle, who sneaks in there? R-Truth. With his Raw Tag Team title sneaks in. Now all three of them are holding their belts up. Priest turns and he sees Truth and he says, "Oh, hell no, we're not doing this again. What are you doing here?" Because we're not doing this again. Truth said that he brought the tag team titles back to the Judgment Day, which is pretty funny. He said that he knows they're picky about who they let in the group, but he's only one half of the champions. So the Miz made his entrance. And he said that he doesn't want to be in the Judgment Day, and he knows that Truth does not want to be in the Judgment Day either. Priest said that Truth is not in the Judgment Day, and Truth said that he is in the Judgment Day. So Miz introduced himself and Truth as the new Raw Tag.
Shit. and bring that sense of legitimacy to what they do in the ring. Gunther is one of those guys. Drew McIntyre is one of those guys. Sheamus is one of those guys. CM Punk is one of those guys. Ilya Dragunov is right. He should already be on the main roster.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are including him in the draft is great. This was nothing more than a showcase. Saw people crying about how Nakamura deserves better, how Nakamura should be used here, should be used there, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Nakamura is being used exactly how WWE views Nakamura. Nakamura is an old commodity in the WWE. Nakamura is not going to win championships. Nakamura is not going to be propelled into a serious program with anybody. I don't get why you guys are so upset over the treatment of Shinsuke Nakamura. We are well beyond that. The more call-ups, the more youth that we see in the WWE, it moves Nakamura back a few steps. It's over. I'm surprised Nakamura is even still with the company. Please stop thinking with your feelings. Seriously, stop thinking with your feelings. It's a waste of time. If WWE wanted to push Nakamura into a serious position on their television show, they would have already done it. He's merely a guy they plug into these types of roles like this, and that's it. Or if you need a decent opponent for a major program just to get you through the pay-per-view before they move on to something else, if they want to do, that's the type of guy that they're going to use. This was a showcase, nothing more. 4 minutes, but a showcase nonetheless. Dragunov will be a part of the draft in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Does he drop the NXT Championship to somebody in that time? I don't know. There are a couple of people that WWE could really put the title on. I mean, Trick Williams is one of them. Jack is one of them. I don't know who else you could possibly be thinking of as the NXT champion. But I do think that Dragunov on the main roster is long overdue. And whatever brand he ends up going on, the one request I have is that he ends up on the same brand as Imperium or Gunther, depending on if they keep Imperium together or not, which I don't see why Triple H would break up Imperium. That would be fucking stupid. We got a recap of the World Heavyweight Championship cash-in with Damian Priest at WrestleMania. Loved it. I thought the open to WrestleMania last night, night 2, was one of the best opens to WrestleMania ever. Laughing that he did a good job by ruining McIntyre's WrestleMania moment. I love it. Loved it. Move Nakamura to NXT. That would be interesting. I don't know if
I think I'll be flying to Canada. I'll probably be doing that in July, but other than that, I might not have to take another flight all year. I think I'm driving to Winston-Salem this year. But guys, thank you all so much. Again, support original creators, support people like Denise who do that.
It's too far, and I'm like, well, if he does some sort of a flip, makes it look harder than if you're just going straight through. So I was very impressed by that.
Jay Miller's just found it weird that Bronson didn't win the Fatal 4-Way since he lost his title match at EC and won the Andre. Hope he gets a push out of it. I think he will. I think he'll use that as fuel. Kenny775 asks if I think it'll be Drew and Punk at Scotland. Would he be ready by then? I would hope they would be extra cautious considering his injury history. Brian says them continuing this build is it safe to assume they extended Drew's contract. And Jonathan Corona asked the same. Will it be them at Clash at the Castle? I mean, the very fact that Punk is taking off his arm brace and getting physical leads me to believe he's further along than than what we expected. And he said that he thought he could heal up way quicker than his last one. I think that Drew McIntyre is going to re-sign with WWE. I do, and I think Clash the Castle, Punk versus Drew would be a huge main event. I don't think we put CM Punk in the ring until then because that means he does have an injury-prone history right now.
Well, yeah, even Drew McIntyre said, like, I'm going to attack the weakest part of your body, but except for you, it's your whole body. I was like, damn, bro. Oh. But it was funny, though. I laughed because he was burying his first injury, but I know it.
It's WrestleMania and prop bets as well. Hey, guys, I'm here to tell you, sure allows you to bet.
Yes, everyone to rise for the Judgment Day as Priest is holding up his world championship. Rhea Ripley is holding up her world championship, and all of a sudden, coming out of nowhere from behind them, R-Truth sneaks in and holds up.
And she immediately picked up Chelsea. She got her up.
The media were going to tell her Ramsey's about anything like that. But a fuck ton better than last year, especially with everything we knew about what was going on behind the scenes. This seems to be, this was maybe a little bit tame, but shit. We got some surprises and we got some, I guess, call-ups. And at the end of the day, what did we really ask for? We had Jade Cargill having, I think, her first match on the John Cena, The Rock, and CM Punk all showed up unannounced. That wasn't bad. Cody got the big promo in the beginning. We had a little bit of a cliffhanger there with Rock and Cody, implying to the fans that we can pretty much put that on our bingo card. We are going to get a Rock versus Cody Rhodes match. We don't know when yet, but we know we're going to get it. And when we do, there's something going on there. Rock gave Cody Rhodes something. He put something in Cody Rhodes' hand. What was that? What the hell could it possibly be? What's its significance? What does it mean? And, what is Rock and Roman Reigns' plan going to be? Rock, I was expecting when he came out for him to throw some passive-aggressive shade at Roman Reigns. Maybe whatever is going to happen between Rock and Roman and their split has to do with whatever Rock put in Cody's hand. That's possible, but I was expecting Rock to say some shit. The Rock beat you on Saturday, something his cousin couldn't get done on Sunday. He didn't say anything like that. He did reference beating Cody, and he held the title. So this feels damn good. And I do worry that The Rock could do Cody what Rock did to CM Punk in 13 or whatever, and then Roman will be in the role of Cena. But we have to remember, this ain't your daddy's WWE. This ain't Vince's WWE. Vince McMahon and that regime might do something as predictable as that. I'm not sure if Triple H and The Rock and company will. So you could see Rock beating Cody, then Roman winning the Rumble, and then facing Rock at WrestleMania 41 for the championship. And now we're right back to that again. It's the same match we thought we might for a brief time get this year, Rock versus Roman Reigns for the title, but this time Rock is going to be the champion. That's possible. Roman Reigns could win the championship in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Yet another main event for Roman Reigns, this time winning a title again, and then Cody could be in the Bianca Belair position next year. He could not be in any title picture because he just had a long run. He just dropped the title, so it's not like he's going to have a title match. So they might just put him with two other huge baby faces. Maybe two new signings from AEW or something. The three of them have a match, up, a faction. Who knows? Hopefully Cody's star power will not diminish. Hopefully this will not be his peak and it's all downhill. Hopefully he wins more titles and creates an even larger legacy for himself. I'm hoping he does. So that was a lot, man. That was a long weekend. A lot to take.
Escapes. Balor hit Miz.
All right. Hold on a second.
Hi, everyone. entire
All right. Now let me go back to Monday Night Raw. I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulty. The technical difficulty, man. All right.
Again, coming out of WrestleMania, what did you really expect the WWE to do? Start a brand new tag team title program? We don't know what the future of the tag team titles are. We don't know what the WWE is going to do with the divisions. We don't know if they're going to introduce new titles. We don't know if they're going to create a title and have them float between shows. We don't know anything. All WWE wanted to do here was two things. One, have a good time. Pop the crowd with John Cena. And pay off John Cena and R-Truth with R-Truth idolizing John Cena and him doing his moves. The fans enjoyed it. It was innocent.
Go on.
Wait up there. I'm just having my
Yeah,
opinion.
baby.
What you talking about the live wrestling? It didn't satisfy. It didn't make you happy. Wait up there. I'm just having my opinion. What are you talking about the live wrestling? It didn't satisfy.
They were
It
putting
made
a
you
show.
happy. I was kind of hoping that the Rock would show up at the end and be the side for you and take a watch it. So that would have been nice.
We have 4 champions.
We got one.
Now what we have here is that we have 4 champions for each show. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 4 champions. We have the top title, Damian Priest, Cody Rhodes, and Dragunov. And for the women, we have Rhea, Bayley, and Roxanne Perez. And for the mid card, we got Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, and Alfie. Or Fifi. He's no American champion. For the tag team, we got Austin Truth, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. And we got Wolf Dog. And that's all about new people. I think Logan Paul will drop that title to LA Knight. We'll have to wait and see what happens on SmackDown.
Up by McIntyre, run across the to be a transitional champion that they give McIntyre the mic. He said what happened the night before was BS. He said his title reign lasted 5 minutes and 46 seconds. He said that's 5 minutes longer than most of the fans last in bed. He said he might not like Seth Rollins, but he respects him. He said that he and Rollins shared a moment at the end of their match that only warriors know. Then he said that bondage Undertaker, Damian Priest, screwed it all up. He said he would say that he would whip Priest's ass, but he would probably just enjoy it. McIntyre said that the Money in the Bank briefcase is a joke and has now cost him on 2 separate occasions. He said that he's coming for Priest, and he labeled him nothing more than a transitional champion. He's freaking out as he's got this problem. He's all over the place, and he's looking down at the camera. There's going to be a transitional champion. That belt is coming back to me. He said Priest may have had the contract, but he didn't cause what happened. He wasn't the cause of it. So the cause of it, for that, he blamed that prick, CM Punk. McIntyre remembered saying that he would win the title, he would have a moment with his family, and then he would rub it in Punk's face. He said that's exactly what he did. He called Punk a coward for sweeping his legs out from under him the moment he took his eye off him and hitting him with his brace. McIntyre said that he knew Punk would go into hiding, but he's going after his weakest part. McIntyre said it just so happens that Punk's whole body is his weakest part. So Jey Uso's theme interrupted McIntyre, and then Uso made his entrance for the main event. Pat McAfee, whenever Jey Uso comes out, stands up on his chair, and he does the Jey Uso bob up and down, right? He does the Jey Uso dance. And Michael Cole on commentary is trying to tell Pat, like, stop. Like, McIntyre is seeing it, right? And Michael Cole sounds like he had fear of God put into him, right? You can see this is going to end for Pat if he doesn't sit down. Pat keeps dancing. So McIntyre apparently took his microphone and threw it at McAfee. Finally, it stopped. But McIntyre came out here, man, and he was pissed off, and I loved it. Loved every second of it. Because why wouldn't he be? This man has been obsessed with Rollins and the World Heavyweight title and mocking Punk. And this was going to be his big moment. And he went to WrestleMania and he got his moment. And he took, he handed the belt to his wife for a brief second. And then he shoved it in Punk's face. And then Punk took it all away. Punk robbed him of what should have been one of the best nights of his career. I would not expect anything other than Drew McIntyre to come out here and be angry. And not come out here and just look like he would any other week. So he comes out, he looked unhinged, he was crazed. Again, he's doing exactly what he should be doing. It was very entertaining. I mean, it's very entertaining to watch him have a meltdown. But the anger I thought was pitch perfect. So it was McIntyre, it was Uso, it was Ricochet, and it was Bronson Reed. The match started with McIntyre and Jay going at it. With Reed, Uso, and McIntyre outside, Ricochet took all of them out with a big dive off the top rope. And then they went right to a commercial break here, not 90 seconds into this main event. We go to our first. When they came back, everybody was back inside. There was a table set up by a Uso spear. We had McIntyre stopping the count after he went to the game. All four men were down. McIntyre went for a superplex. Jay blocked. And Jay headbutted McIntyre, who got crotched, and then he fell backwards into a tree of woe position. So Ricochet ran the ropes, and he ate a headbutt from Jay, so he got knocked off. Then Jay got suplexed off the ropes. When McIntyre pulled himself up, he grabbed him, and threw him across the ring. So Reed counted the ring. McIntyre puts him down with a future shock DDT. McIntyre goes to the corner. He begins to count down the Claymore when who should appear but a wild CM Punk who grabs Drew by the foot. Drew turns around and he sees this fucker outside the ring. He's screaming at him, crack. He's calling him a prick. He can't believe this. Well, Jey Uso takes advantage of the distraction. And he hits McIntyre in the head with a kick. Jay spears him, goes up top, hits an Uso splash, gets pinned. And just like that, Jey Uso is now the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And as I said before, that would explain why they felt he had to beat Jimmy at WrestleMania night. So they abruptly went off the air after one final shot of CM Punk smiling outside the ring. He's very proud of himself. They very quickly, clearly they were rushing to get that in, and they went off the air not long after. It was a good main event. It was ruined by too many ad breaks. Again, it takes me out of it when they have those commercial-free first hours. There's just so many in the back end. And unfortunately, it affected this match enough that I just didn't enjoy it quite as much because I feel like I missed a good chunk. Uso now is the #1 contender, which is fine. Jey Uso is over enough where he's believable in that spot. He's not going to beat Damian Priest, but it's someone for Damian Priest to work with, someone who's over a big baby face on the roster. He can beat him. So we're going to get that match soon. CM Punk once again screws over Drew McIntyre for the second night in a row. Punk, interestingly, did not have the brace on his arm. I know he took it off last night, and he used it as a weapon. It was not back on his arm tonight. He had nothing. There was no brace or cast or apparatus of any kind on his arm. And it makes me wonder if he might potentially be medically cleared in time for Clash of the Castle. Clash of the Castle is June 15th, and they're coming to Scotland. They're going to be in Glasgow. It would be the perfect place to do that first match. I say first, because I'm sure we're going to have more than one between Punk and McIntyre. In fact, if Punk could be cleared in time for Clash of the Castle, you could do Punk and McIntyre, with McIntyre winning, and then you could run it back at SummerSlam. You could have Punk get his win. But a lot of that is predicated on how quickly Punk can heal. You know, he tore his triceps. Usually that's 6 to 9 months, somewhere in that range. 5 months for a torn triceps. And he did tell Ariel Helwani that the difference in this injury from what he had in AEW when he tore his triceps night and day. Because now he's getting proper care for it. I don't know, rehabbing it any differently. But he made it sound like his progress is coming along very well, and he would love to get back in the ring right now, but he's going to listen to the doctors. But if he can come back early, then that's a Clash of the Castle. Through his homeland. Think what the crowd reaction would be to that. CM Punk, the de facto heel, walking out there against Drew McIntyre. I would love it if he could be cleared in time for that show, but that really just boils down to how fragile he is, I suppose, and how quickly he can come back from that injury. Again, he's coming off 3 significant, not even just 3 injuries, 3 significant injuries in a 2-year time span. So, can he stay healthy? That's going to be the question that's going to follow him for the rest of his run. I said this a few weeks ago. It's not even a question anymore. Can he stay out of trouble? Can he not, be involved in any kind of drama? I don't think that's even the question anymore. The question now is, can he not get hurt? Can his body not betray him? Can he get through a match or a series of matches and not get hurt? Because there's a lot of, big matches for him to be a part of. There's money to be made. Big CM Punk matches in WWE against multiple people. It's hard to rely on him if he is going to continue getting hurt. Now, this was just one injury. But that'll be the thing that I'm looking for when he comes back. And he's healthy. Overall, I thought it ended up as a good show. Not as exciting as I was kind of hoping it would be. It was a bit of a letdown in that regard. We got the setup for Rock and Cody. We don't know when, probably SummerSlam, but that was the key thing. And they opened the show with that. And there was really nothing else for the rest of the show that sort of rose to that level. I thought the main event was good. Yeah, we crowned the new #1 contender. Able to retain. Their story is going to continue. The draft is coming up. We had a couple of NXT faces on the show tonight. Cena made a very quick cameo. So there were different things that happened. But just that excitement level just wasn't there in the way that I was hoping it would be. But it was much better than last year's show. So at least we're heading in the right direction. That show last year was an absolute abomination. So it was better than that. And next Monday, Andrade goes one-on-one with Dominic Mysterio. The big match they announced is for the Intercontinental title. Sami Zayn in his hometown of Montreal will defend the championship against Chad Gable. That is the match that I am looking forward to, very much so. Here is the Twitter poll. 62, roughly 62% of you have given this Raw a thumbs up. 20.
Roxanne, I don't look at Roxanne that way. I don't know what it is. She's too cute. She's like a girl next door trying to be fucking tough.
CM Punk thing to Philadelphia. Oh, that I didn't know that was there. So they would have to walk off the air. He thinks Philadelphia. So maybe ever begin. WWE with a new theme. All right. Now, let me go back. Enough with damn commercials, alright?
I decided to partner with Hero to try and test the newest product. Hero's had retired eyes. But
2013. Donnie Yasu, that botch looked nasty. I hope Ricochet is okay. See, I didn't really look into this too much.
Looks like a bum. Honestly. So they're out making fun of Sami Zayn. They want to make things right and stand up for Gunther. And as they were about to go and double team Sami in the ring and beat the shit out of him, Gable ran out. He runs out, he shushed the crowd and said thank you to the crowd. We got a tag team match here with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable versus Imperium. This went 12 minutes. This was, you guys want the pro wrestling? There you go. You got your pro wrestling. So, Gable and Vinci started the match off, and Gable took control. Vinci tagged in Kaiser. He attacked Gable, and they were in the corner of their side, and they were attacking Gable, and they were in control. Found an opening, tagged in Sami Zayn. He countered Kaiser's kick and got him to the top rope with a big elbow drop. Zayn in the Imperium corner now. Vinci tagged back in, tried his best to stop Sami Zayn's momentum. Gable tagged back as he hit a flying splash on Vinci and Kaiser at ringside. Go back into the ring. Gable connected on a flying crossbody on Giovanni Vinci. Imperium were working over Zayn. The crowd chanted, "We want beach balls." I don't know if you guys heard that. We want beach balls. Raw went to commercial with Vinci and Kaiser in control. And we get back from the break. Gable's fighting off Kaiser and Vinci in the ring. He had Vinci isolated and hit a flying headbutt. He went back up for a moonsault. Vinci avoided it. Gable tried to go for a chaos theory suplex. But Kaiser tagged in and tried for his and Vinci's double team move, which was the Imperial Bomb. Zayn broke up the cover. Gable avoided trouble here as he and Zayn hit stereo repeated German suplexes on Kaiser and Vinci. Zayn tagged himself back into the match as he applied an ankle lock on Vinci. Kaiser took out Gable on the apron and broke Zayn's ankle lock. The match broke down with all four men brawling. We get back to Vinci and Zayn. Vinci got crushed in the corner with an exploder suplex as Zayn tagged in Gable. The Luva kick by Zayn, followed by Chaos Theory. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn and Chad Gable beat Imperium. I mentioned on the show Saturday, that come Monday, when we get new tag team champions, if R-Truth and Miz are still the tag team champions for any sort of time, Imperium needs to they need to be the team to beat Miz and R-Truth. Imperium needs to be the tag team champions on Monday, and I'd love to see Imperium hold the championships throughout the summer, which leads to SummerSlam and a match with DIY. That's what I feel like needs to happen. That's just me. As far as Zayn and Gable, at WrestleMania, before Sami Zayn went out to go wrestle Gunther, Gable says, go beat him. When you do, you own him. Basically, he was alluding to Sami Zayn winning the title and giving him first crack at the championship, which is going to take place next week on Raw in Montreal, which should be a banger match. Now, the thing is, WWE, they don't do anything like what they did tonight without a plan in their mind. Everything is strategically done, especially with Triple H in charge. WWE conveniently added a Sheamus vignette to the show tonight, and the rumor was that Sheamus possibly could be looking at free agency, and Sheamus could be on his way out of the company. That was the rumor. Sheamus is back in WWE. They put a vignette out on this show highlighting Sheamus, and the wording in the promo or the vignette was very telling, talking about his accolades. And the only championship he has not won is the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I don't know what is going to happen with Zayn and Gable. I don't. Chad Gable deserves a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Some people believe Chad Gable deserves to be the Intercontinental Champion. I have this sneaking suspicion, I hope I'm wrong, that Chad Gable potentially turns on Sami Zayn in Montreal. I hope I'm wrong. I don't see Sami Zayn losing in Montreal. I don't. Especially after he beat Gunther. I don't see it. Sami Zayn's going to hold that championship.
PFL is live from Las Vegas, April 12th on ESPN and ESPN+.
I would not mind Sheamus holding the Intercontinental Championship. The great thing about Sheamus is, he's also one of those guys that brings a sense of legitimacy. You plug him in after this long of a stretch away from the television show, he's going to factor right into that. He's going to fit like a glove. Sheamus is one of the most versatile guys in the entire WWE. I truly believe that. I admire what Sheamus has been able to do. He may be a little bit older. He may be one of those guys that isn't going to ever be the world champion again or be a face of the show. But you talk about versatility and one of the most versatile guys in the company. You need a major, legit contender for a world champion just to get a world championship feud, mini feud leading to pay-per-view and then move on to something else. Sheamus is your guy. You can plug him into the Intercontinental Championship, he's your guy. You can plug him into a fucking tank, he's your guy. He's one of the most versatile guys that you have at your disposal. Sheamus going after the Intercontinental Championship is going to be a great story, no matter if he's a babyface or a heel. I think he does better heel. Zayn versus Sheamus or Sheamus versus Gabe. One or the other. I'll take both. I think it's going to be great. Does he win the championship? I don't know. Nobody knows his contract status. We don't know if he's staying. We don't know if he's going. We don't even know if Drew is signed. For all I know, if I was a betting man, I'd say Drew McIntyre is already signed, sealed, and delivered. We just don't know it. But Sheamus is on his way back. And that match is happening next week. Zayn Gable, IC title, main event, should be. Andrade. He was shown backstage shaking hands with the Raw General Manager, Adam Pearce. NXT General Manager, Ava Rain, was there. And Nick Aldis. They discussed the upcoming WWE draft. Chelsea Green chimed in. She complained about not being on the WrestleMania card. Pierce and Aldis revealed that Green would have a special matchup tonight to be showcased. It was against a mystery opponent. So, Chelsea Green's out there. And the mystery opponent ended up being Jade Cargill. Jade comes out. He gets the big entrance. We get the spotlight revealing her. She's doing her pose. Smoke, shadow, Jade silhouette. She walks to the ring. She looks like a fucking superhero come to life right out of the comic book strip. Walks to the ring, she does the same fucking pose, which is making me cringe more and more every fucking week. Chelsea Green starts yelling that this is not fair, I'm not wrestling, this is not what I signed up for. Bell rings, turns around, Jade delivers a big boot, lifted her up for Jade. 1, 2, 3. That was basically it. Again, when are you guys gonna start listening to what I say? Jade is basically all entrance and no side.
Exactly. If this is how you're gonna put Jay Cardell on TV, I don't want to see it. I'm not interested. I give a shit. Jade, is that really what you think of Jay Cardell? See, he comes out, gets the entrance, gets the big pop, and does 2 moves, and that's it? Really? This match went 1 minute. Her performance was forgettable at WrestleMania. That match was forgettable. That simple match shouldn't even be on the card. That should be on SmackDown. 8 minutes. And Jade did her spot, and that was it. Here she wrestled 1 minute. This is the first match on Raw. 1 fucking minute. Now, is he wrestle on? I hope he's on. I hope he goes to SmackDown because she was already SmackDown.
WWE is basically booking her in the same way that Tony Khan was booking. Everybody's like, oh my god, she's a superstar. Sure. WWE could take any one of you and make you the fucking superstar too with, the production and great theme and the lighting and all this other fucking bullshit. They could make anyone into a fucking superstar. That is their job. This woman comes out and in 30 seconds, I ask, what's changed? How long do you think this facade is going to keep up? How long do you think fans are going to remain interested? How long do you think fans are going to remain patient before they start asking, is that it? Is that all she's got? Is that all she's capable of? Great look, great theme, great entrance. It's all these people on social media care about. It's all that these influencers and content creators care about. Are you in the business of creating a superstar? Nobody gives a fuck about what you have to say in regards to Jade Cargill superstar. Jade Cargill is a professional wrestler. If I want to go back and see squash matches, I'll go back and watch what Bill Goldberg did during the Attitude Era on WCW Monday Night.
And that wasn't that good.
If I want to go see Jade Cargill do the same fucking thing, I'll just go back and watch TNT On Demand and watch what she did in her first go around in AEW. 50-something and up. How long before you start getting bored and start asking legitimate questions? Is that it? What exactly did she go down to the performance center? Practice on her entrance? Because that's all I see. What's the plan? Is the plan for her to run through every woman on the roster before she meets Charlotte Flair? What do you think is going to happen then? Do you truly think that accumulating wins every week, 30 seconds here, 60 seconds there, 90 seconds there, you think that's going to translate into a match people want to see against Charlotte Flair? Unless you're really hiding the fact that she can wrestle. And when she does, everyone's going to shut up. That's not what AEW did. She didn't get any better in AEW. So what do you want people to think? You want people to think that she can actually wrestle now that she's in the WWE? So you're booking her the looks like $1 billion. No shit is she built like a superstar. And she wrestled like it. This division is led by Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, so on and so forth. If your plan is to get Jade in the ring with any one of these women, she's going to need to do that one thing that WWE has concealed up until this point, and that is wrestling. Which I'm guaranteeing you she can't do. I'm guaranteeing you nothing has changed from the last time you saw her in a prominent role. And you would think, if they wanted Jade to wrestle, Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green would be a perfect match for her to showcase just for a little bit. How can she sell? How can she bump? Is she going to do all right? Chelsea Green is a fantastic professional wrestler when they allow her to do so. Yet she was beaten in fucking 10 seconds.
That's your pathetic.
WWE's never going to let you in on what Jade Cargill could actually do because the reality of the situation is she can't do anything. This will get old very quickly. And all those people hyping this shit up, I'll be the fucking first person in line to say, ha ha ha, I told you so. Stop listening to these fucking unintelligent fucking retards on social media and get with the fucking program and talk to me who knows this shit. Stop hyping shit up because it's the thing to do. I'm someone who needs more than just fucking theme music and appeal and star power. Great. At some point, you're gonna learn how to wrestle. WWE has not instilled us any confidence that she could actually wrestle. Sami Zayn was backstage and was met by Alpha Academy because he wanted a moment with Chad Gable. Match is made. Shot in Montreal. IC title. Gable, Zayn, title on the line. Drew McIntyre walks on out. Main event time. McIntyre's got a lot to say. He's angry. Drew McIntyre gets into the ring and says, cut the music. So what happened last night was complete and utter bullshit. Because his moment lasted 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Who's counting? Some of you think that's funny. He says it's 5 minutes longer than most of you would last in bed. You guys want to last longer in bed and prove Drew McIntyre wrong? BlueChew.com. Code JD. Gotcha. He says he respects Seth, who went out of his way. First of all, why is Drew talking about wrestling fans lasting in bed, man? I guarantee you, most of these wrestling geeks are fat slobs that have never had the presence of a woman looking in their direction. He says it's 5 minutes longer than most of you last in bed. He says he respects Seth, who went out on his shield. He says he shared a moment only warriors know about. Trying to put over Seth Rollins. Then we have Bondage Undertaker screwing it all up, meaning Damian Priest. He called him a Bondage Undertaker. Says the Money in the Bank cost him everything again. He said it cheapened everything he and Seth did. Called Priest a transitional champion. Said after tonight the belt belongs to him. The person who really caused all this is that prick, CM Punk. He says he was a coward because the second he took his eyes off him, he swept his legs and took off his metal arm brace and bashed him in the face. He says he knows Punk will disappear for months, but he's going for his weakest part when they eventually fight. He says his entire body is his weakest part. a couple things with Drew here. Drew is really leaning into some of that social media dialogue. How many fans on social media have called the character of Damian Priest a bondage undertaker? Then he used a little buzzword there. He said transitional champion. When was that ever used on WWE television? Transitional champion?
I know, right?
Or something a fucking Mark podcast.
I said that too.
Then he said that the Money in the Bank briefcase cheapened everything he and Seth did. Like I love this sense of realism because this is how basically I would describe the fucking moment. Drew's actually applying that, putting it in his promo. This CM Punk feud with Drew McIntyre is going to be fucking fantastic when it actually happens. So Jey Uso interrupted his music. He comes out, starts doing the yeet. Middle four-way underway. Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, and Ricochet for the #1 contendership to the World Heavyweight Championship. This match goes about 12 minutes. And we go right to a commercial break. Early on, the match started with McIntyre, Jey fighting while Ricochet and Reed fought on their own. Reed, Jey, McIntyre outside the ring. Ricochet took out 3 men with a big dive off the top rope. Good commercial break. Raw return. Everyone back in the ring. Table set up in the corner. Jey sent McIntyre outside. Reed flattened him with a running elbow drop. Reed ran at Jey in the corner with a big hip attack. He eyed the table in the corner and tried to powerbomb Jey, who fought back. Spear attempt by Jey was blocked by Reed, as he then got sent crashing into the table in the corner. Go to another commercial break. We come back from the second break. This is why commercial free first hour is a fucking killer. You're going to feel it throughout the rest of the show. Non-stop barrage of commercials. They show clips of the action during the commercial break. Picture. Ricochet was fought by McIntyre and thrown across the ring. Reed responded with a huge throw of Ricochet as he then stared down McIntyre. Then we get McIntyre and Bronson Reed exchanging strikes, chops. McIntyre lifted Reed for a Michinoku driver. Nailed him. Jey interrupted the pin. Now all 4 men were inside the ring. Ricochet and Jey hit a super kick on McIntyre before joining Reed for a triple super kick. Brief exchange between Ricochet and Jey ended with Reed clotheslining Ricochet and getting hit by a spear by Jey Uso. McIntyre stopped the count. All 4 men were laying in the ring. McIntyre tried for suplex on Jey. Superplex, that is. Fought him off. Trapped McIntyre in a tree of woe. McIntyre managed to throw Jey aside from the tree of woe. Typical McIntyre spot. Reed hit a buckle bomb on McIntyre. And it looked like it fucking sucked. But he got him, nailed it, and the table broke. In the ring, Jey McIntyre with the last 2 men standing. McIntyre sized up Jey with the Claymore, and out of nowhere, from underneath the ring, CM Punk grabbed Drew McIntyre's leg and cost him a distraction. This opened up Jey to super kick McIntyre. Big spear. Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso hits Drew McIntyre. Thanks to CM Punk's interference on the outside. Cost him a shot at the world title again. And Jey Uso's been up with the world championship against Damian Priest. I'm assuming that will happen at some point before the draft. And CM Punk gets on the announce desk and starts doing the Jey Uso's theme music because ruined McIntyre once again. Monday Night Raw quickly goes off the air because they were really stretched for time here. And CM Punk once again, the asshole that cost Drew McIntyre a shot at the world title. I thought Monday Night Raw was fine for what it was. If anybody was expecting anything more, I don't really know what you expect with the draft coming up in 3 weeks. They're not going to tell any major stories because everybody's going to be shifting brands. Fallouts will be happening. WWE wanted to do a few things here, and they accomplished it. Big celebration for Cody Rhodes. They wanted to solidify this as the Triple H era, and Cody Rhodes is the champion of the new era. They wanted to set up their next major blockbuster match, which is Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, taking place at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE title, and that's exactly what they did. Rock is going away for a little bit. He'll be back at the end of the summer. That's exactly where they're going with that. Don't know where Cody's going to end up. I presume he's going to stay on Monday Night Raw because the WWE title's going to Netflix, and Netflix is not paying $5 billion for Monday Night Raw to be the big show. Cody's the A champion. Cody is the guy. He's staying on that show. And then they set up a nice number one contendership for Jey Uso and the World Heavyweight Championship, while also building Damian Priest as the world champion for that. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, another major feud that's going to be happening this summer. They did what they needed to do. Plus, you got a couple of NXT debuts, Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez. You got a date for the draft. John Cena, special appearance, making everybody feel good. Got a huge promo between Rock and Cody. I don't know what more you guys want. They did what they needed to do. Was it better than last year? I mean, last year was one of the worst rated shows in the history of Monday Night Raw.
Exactly.
Everybody crying. Oh, it didn't feel like a Raw after Mania. Oh, it didn't feel like this. Oh, it didn't feel like that. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. What the fuck did they do last year? You're all bitching and moaning this year, but last year you got Elias and Omos to open the fucking show. No Rock, no Cody, no nothing. Start Raw after Mania. Everybody's hot. Oh, here's Elias and Omos. Fuck that? What do you want the Triple H gave you tonight? What do you want? Stop fucking complaining. Triple H era is only getting started, and I'm very positive things are going to be a lot better after the draft, because this is going to be the first sign of Triple H completely wiping everything that he had to inherit from Vince McMahon. I'm excited to see what comes. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. We are going to get into the super chats in just a little bit. We have the first 4,200 here. Raw after Mania post. Thank you guys very much. As always.
All right. What happened? Alright, my phone just end the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. I will be back with more. Until next time, this is Jacob Cat 2024. I'll see y'all later.